everybody. Welcome back to Sarah's Table. It's a finger guns night again. Some nights it's finger guns. Sometimes not. Tonight it is. And perhaps it is because when I assembled this table, I sought out the weirdest, wackiest game that I could possibly find. Your hands are very important in it, which we will get to later. That's the best way to intro the show. That's how I feel. I feel like we're starting out real strong.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
I feel like I nailed it. Feel good. My name is Sarah Moore. I'm going to be your host tonight and your game master and your favorite person. I'm going to remind you to have a sip of water because you're probably dehydrated.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that. My pronouns are she, her. I have been, for the last couple of weeks, I've been sort of stuck in the Grant Howitt pool of games. And it's really because he's just wildly prolific. And every time I hop over there thinking like, I'll just do this one Grant Howitt game, I find like 8 more that I'm really interested in playing. Because he just pumps them out. The dude is a machine. We appreciate all of the work that you do here. Thank you so much. So tonight we're going to play a game called Captain Swanhands, or the Necessary Qualifications.
Oh no, there's not going to be a lot of puns in this.
Only if you choose it.
I do.
Uh-oh. The two of you perhaps will be mortal enemies. I don't know.
Boy.
I love puns.
It was written by Grant Howitt and Jeeyon Shim, drawing massive inspiration from Run by M. Baker at Night Sky Games. We're getting back into the sort of madcap Sarah's Table roots here. I had sort of drifted into like, let's do some serious stuff, but like I can't stay away from shenanigans. So I'm steering us back over. I'm pushing us back over, maybe overcorrecting. The pendulum is swinging. With that in mind, though, I'm going to do a quick safety discussion because I think it is very important as a responsible game master and player and human being to know where everybody's lines and bails are. We want everyone to feel safe and comfortable so they can be vulnerable and tell the best story possible. Here on Sarah's Table, you will never find sexual violence, violence against children, or withholding food as punishment or starvation. I have checked with my cast of heroes, probably
We'll
heroes. And
how much my puns get to him.
You know what? If you guys end up duking it out, I'm cool with that. Yeah, but I've checked with them, and I don't believe that we need to expand our safety discussion to anything else. However, if we ever get to a point where either of you are uncomfortable, you can throw up a physical X. I will be able to see it, or you can message me privately if that is something you are more comfortable with, and we will take the story in another direction. Okay. Before we decide what sort of amazing superheroes the two of you are, I would just like to check in with you IRL and have the two of you tell our audience who you are and how you found yourself here on Sarah's Table. So I'm going to start with a familiar face to the show. Lexi, who are you?
Hi, I'm Lexi. I am Lexi the First. My pronouns are she, her, and you can find me pretty much across the internet as Lexi the First across social media.
And how did you wind up here?
Sarah. I am a regular player. Yes, Sarah. I am a regular player in the world of Chaldea here on Gen Con TV for Actoroki. I am occasionally an actor, but more often one of our Dungeons and Dragons players. And I love doing it.
Just doing it.
It's great.
Throw it down to my other dear friend, Jesse. Who are you?
I'm Jesse Keeter. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a chump and I write video games and I like to play tabletop games. And I've known Sarah for a while now. We've played a couple games together. We've worked together on a couple things. and she's the coolest. So I'm very lucky to be here.
We try
I met
real hard.
Lexi at a table read and subsequent filming of Actoroki, but I believe our schedules did not quite overlap, but we shared some breathable air recently.
Yes, we did. The Actoroki family is a large one.
It's a large
one, and it just keeps expanding. Truthfully. Yeah. Wild.
It is truly becoming one of those families where it's like, right, you married my second cousin. Right. I remember you from Christmas.
Oh, you were definitely at the reunion one year, right? The big meetup. Yeah.
Yep. I was your kid that got bowled over at the Easter egg hunt.
Oh, that's always me. I was always the smallest.
Sarah.
I embrace who I am. I know who I am. It's fine.
And how much there is of you.
Yeah, I'm well aware. Hey, should we build your superheroes?
Yeah. Yes, please.
So excited. I'm going to read you the tiny description of what this game is in a nutshell. By night, you are a mighty superhero. But to make ends meet, you take gigs on an app called Hero-X, where the city and high-tier patrons can post requests for heroics. Your power, your arms have been entirely or partially replaced with living animals, or parts of them. That's it. That's the entire description of the game. Here we go.
Great.
Could you each,
it's
please?
Succinct.
It's succinct. It's ready to, you know what, like, this is a longer Grant Howitt. It is 8 pages long, but it's still ready to go. Real short. If you could each give me a D4 roll, this is going to tell me about your origin.
That is a 4 for me.
This tracks for you, Lexi.
Oh,
because
no.
Your origin is inconsistent and self-contradictory.
Okay.
Ouch.
So you get to do whatever you want. And what about you, Keter?
Uno.
Tragic, but inspiring.
Good.
Aww. Did puns kill your family?
Well, we'll find out. But it inspired him to eliminate puns. If you could each give me a D6 roll, we're going to find out what your day job, like, personal life issue is.
2.
Well, 2. You are trying. Oh, you are trying to make things work with your estranged parent or child. Whichever one you would like, you may choose it if it is a child or a parent.
Oh man, those both hit a little close to emotional home. Let's go with parent today.
All right.
If Damien grows up not to like me, I think I will simply cry on the spot. So
he loves you. We're good
for now. He's won. He's got time.
Good.
Uno.
1.
I hope that does not continue.
You are attempting to start your own small business and struggling with it. What sort of small business are you hoping to make?
I think I'm going to go with, I'm just trying to think of the right word. Interior decorator. That's not quite what I'm going for.
Okay.
Like a remodeler. What am I trying to say?
Is it like the construction end, or is it like an interior design sort of like
one of those HGTV shows without the camera?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Great. Well, perhaps that is why you're having a hard time getting it off the ground, because you're trying to do everything.
It's a lot to learn.
It's a lot
to learn. A lot to juggle.
Yeah. Let's find out what your outlooks are. Give me a D8 roll, please.
That is an 8 for me.
Lexi, you are enthusiastic.
Great.
Keter.
3.
You are washed up.
Great. None of this is hitting close to home for me.
Right. I don't think these are actually random. I think that Sarah is lying to us.
It's just a blank sheet in front of me, and I'm just telling you things. Listen. Now let's find out what your permanent superpower is. Permanent because you cannot turn it on and off. Your arms will be whatever this animal is at all times.
So we for sure don't have secret identities.
I mean, you try to have secret identities.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, it's real hard. So
I don't think I'm trying that hard.
Go ahead and give me a D6, each of you.
That is a 4.
Okay, Lexi, you have an entire penguin from the shoulder down on both sides.
Oh, it's the same animal on both arms?
On both sides.
Wow. Are they
my penguins like each other?
That's up to you.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, it could be a thing. All right. And what did you get? A 6?
Yep.
Both your hands have been replaced with entire cats.
Cool.
It's good.
So I just want to clarify,
just your hands.
Visualize, trying to keep it PG-13.
Yeah.
Does it visually does it look like you
went into a penguin? Yeah. I mean, so
from the bottom up.
Yeah. So like his feet are here, but they're attached to your shoulder socket, and then his head is down where you're.
So I just okay.
You muppeted.
I got the
you
visual.
muppeted a little.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So now, Keter, and they don't. So you don't have an elbow joint because they don't have an elbow joint.
But penguins bend.
They bend, but not like.
They have spines, is what I'm saying.
Sure, but they're not as super bendy as an elbow in the middle there, or you should go to the doctor.
Wait, no, penguins have to bend down and then they're face goes to their feet.
It's more of a curve situation, I think.
Yeah. So what kind of penguins do I have?
I'm going to let you pick.
Newsflash. There's a lot of different kinds of penguins.
There's a lot of different kinds of penguins. Also, a lot of different kinds of cats. Are both of your cats the same? Are they different breeds of cats? Are they like mutt cats? Are they purebred?
No, I'm going to actually base them off of my friend's cats. He has 2 cats. They're gray.
Okay.
And one of them is named Touch Focus, and the other one's named Ouija.
Great.
1 cat on each, boy and a girl.
So instead of hands, you have these 2 gray cats.
And I'm kind of picturing it if I were to imagine a cat allowing me to pet it, and I were to set the palm of the heel of my hand on the back, so it would be touching the tail, as I was just kind of holding and scratching the butt of these 2 cats.
Sure. Classic way to pet a cat. Yeah.
Yep.
So they come off of your hands facing forward.
Yeah, and tail is behind wrist.
Got it. Great. And do your cats get along with each other?
Oh yeah, siblings. I don't know how that would work. Being that
litter mates, if you will.
Litter mates. Yeah, I mean they play. They'll roughhouse, but they get along.
And do your penguins get along? Lexi is studying penguins right now.
I'm researching penguins.
Sure.
You know what? We are going to do just whatever penguin I am looking at as you ask me that question.
Awesome.
So this is great for me. I have 2 chin strap penguins.
Oh, lovely.
And they are boisterous and aggressive.
Great.
And they make a characteristic noise that sounds surprisingly like a mix between a donkey braying and a squawking gull.
You want to just give us a preview?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a...
Yeah.
Yep. No secret identity for you.
No, not even a little one.
Like at the post office, just like hanging out and just your arms are screaming.
They
like
also they do molt. So
they do.
They do.
They
so I
sure
kind of
do.
time my antics. Sometimes I take like a molting vacation while they're working on.
All right. So we have one more thing that I do need to find out from each of you about your particular superhero. And it is what the theme of your super identity is. So please give me a D10 roll if you have it. I don't know that I asked you to bring one of those, but
you did not, but I can grab one very quickly.
I'm the best. Making you do a thing that I didn't ask for. Papa, papa.
Got these dice that are they're from Critical Role Season 2.
Yeah.
But I only bring it up because I love them. Sorry.
Nailed it.
I said I wasn't gonna cut, but I love them.
Good.
They're just like see-through, sparkly.
Oh, yeah, they're really pretty.
And then they have these cool like flat tops in the top. Anyway, they're
great. Those are
D8
lovely.
also has these flat tops. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hit me with that D10 magic.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. Your super identity theme is occult maestro.
Oh, that's a good one.
My penguins are singers. Unless I'm misinterpreting what you're saying.
However you want it, baby.
Good.
I rolled an 8.
An 8. You are a genius inventor.
Now we're talking. And that's tied into my what was your classification exactly? I'm making notes.
This is your super identity theme.
Okay.
So when you are in your obviously you put on your superhero costume, like this is important. You are the genius inventor. So what is your name, each of you?
I am Screech.
Screech. Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Screech. Gravity. Crucial. I feel like I would be probably just the Claw.
The Claw. Yeah. Screech and the Claw. The classic superhero team up. Love it.
I wanted to be clever, but nothing came to me, so I think we'll just keep it simple.
Well, the Claw, I mean, it works on multiple levels, right? Because you got the cats who are basically just like witches with knives for feet, and then they've got claws, and then it's like an invention sort of thing, like the claw. I'm with you. And Screech, very evocative.
Thank you.
I know what I'm getting into.
We sure do.
Now we're going to build your foil, which is, okay, listen. There is this one superhero at the agency who you just cannot stand.
One.
Just one. Well,
Right.
I mean, we're going to focus on one. They are good looking, successful, and worst of all, they have really useful animal themed powers. So everyone else loves them, obviously. And you each get to tell me one thing about this foil that they have that you do not.
Really like exceptionally fantastic hair. Like no matter what they do, it like is perfectly coiffed. It does not move. It does not get mussed. Dirt doesn't stick to it. I don't know.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but it's perfect. And I'm really mad about it.
Yeah, you're having a hard time. I mean, the penguins are not great with hair.
No.
It's rough.
No, that's why I cut it all off.
Yeah. Just shave it. I can't deal with this anymore. It's too hard. Okay.
Live rattlesnake for a belt.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
God, why are they so cool?
For a utility belt.
Sure. Oh, just is obedient and just hands them things.
Works. And then if you could each roll me a D6, I want to know how you feel about them. And there is a chart.
Oh.
2.
Oh, Ooh, Screech, you are so jealous.
Nah!
I also rolled a 2. Shall I roll again?
No, you can also be
We're
so
both
jealous.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how we bond.
Yeah.
We're the only 2 people who hate this person.
It's true.
Outward.
What is his name? The rattlesnake having man.
Roy Vulture.
Yeah, we love it. Obviously. Damn it, Roy. Troy with a T?
No, even weirder. Croy with a C.
With a C. Croy.
Roy Vulture.
Wow. Oh.
Good old CV.
Yeah, especially like, why do people like him? His name is Croy. That's so weird. And yet, he just has such great hair.
Vultures aren't the good guys. Those are like a classically villainous bird.
Also, like,
everyone loves a penguin.
Yeah. Come on. Love the penguin instead.
Did you guys see Happy Feet?
Now we're going to build your villains. There are 2 different supervillains that you are opposed to in your particular operational area. They are as strong on their own as the 2 of you are together.
Uh-oh.
So you get to describe one thing about one of them a piece. So like a power, a trait, a quirk, a habit, something. And then the rest will come out as you are fighting them.
I got one.
Hit me.
Requires cough drops to live.
Okay. That's wild, and I'm gonna say, tell me what you think his name is. Or her.
Her name is the Mentholator.
Yep. You wouldn't think she'd be very effective, but like I have seen.
You'd be wrong.
I know. Well, I mean, to be fair, like coughs can really knock you out. So, all right, Lexi.
The other one has a power where if they get monologuing long enough, they can eventually put you to sleep.
Oh no. And what is their name?
Monologuinator.
Yeah. I like that. The monologuinator.
Don't lie. Don't lie
It
to me, Sarah.
sounds like Doofenshmirtz named them, and I'm on board.
I was trying to make it tie into the other ones, like almost like they were like a pair, and then it didn't come out. I started the word and I didn't know where it was going to end, so it just kept going, and then it ended and it wasn't good.
No. Hey, believe in yourself.
It's not one of my powers. I'm not
here,
Croy, okay? We can't all be Croy.
We can't all be Croy. Okay. So let's go here and see what your issue is.
So many.
There is you have your personal life issue that we talked about already, right? Yeah. Each of you. And now we're going to see what could possibly come up from that, what you would have to deal with. So I need a coin flip, a heads or a tails, or a evens odds. You let me know.
I'm going to do an evens odds.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
I got evens.
Okay. Your parent, who once told you they wished they'd spent their college tuition on an extended vacation. Ooh. That's the one. That's the one that you might. That's the start of your backstory there. Okay.
Well, don't I have an inconsistent backstory? It's ever changing.
That's your word. Yes.
Really
correct.
Spend the tuition on.
Yeah. Was there a tuition? Do I even have parents?
Did you go to college? We don't know.
Are the
you being
penguins your
Talos?
arms, or are you the penguin's body?
Oh man. We're gonna spiral into this is just a therapy session for Screech.
I got evens.
Evens. Oh, okay. So you hired a CPA. They are giving you trouble.
What's a CPA?
CPA.
Something personal assistant.
Hold on.
No?
Hold on. Let's see exactly what they are saying for a CPA.
C usually stands for chief.
Oh no. It is your
hire my own
a CPA is
Okay.
it's your accountant.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know
They're
if
giving
they're
me trouble?
I don't know if they're stealing from you, if they're not working.
Maybe you just don't like the look of them.
Maybe you just don't like the look of them. You don't know.
Maybe they're a big Croy fan and they have Croy memorabilia all over the office.
Maybe they are also the CPA for the ventilator.
Oh. I want to know what that cough drop budget is.
Yeah. So we are going to dive in, get ourselves a job for the two of you to do. You got bills to pay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're both clearly Screech is paying off a college tuition that was spent on something else entirely.
Or she's not.
We don't know. We're about to find out. And like, you know, your business, which we're still nailing down, like what exactly it is you do. It's very expensive. You got to buy a lot of supplies. Your overhead's huge, honestly.
Yeah.
So you need to get yourself some jobs. But before we do that, I would love to have the two of you meet each other. Like not for the first time, obviously, but I'm going to put you in. I'm going to play Croy for you. And we're going to have a little encounter there is a superhero office for Hero X. You know, there's a certain amount of times they want you to come in so you can pick up your jobs. You're here to grab your assignments for the night. As always, Croy is surrounded by just like a bunch of people fawning all over him. His rattlesnake even has like come off of his belt and is sort of curled up in front of him, just like being like extra adorable, which is weird because usually they're pretty ferocious, but like, oh man, he's just like really charming. He's like doing snakes and like writing stuff with his body and like, oh, it's really good. So he makes eye contact with you, Screech, and he's like, oh, hey, come on over.
Do it. Can we not? Can we just keep walking?
I think you should at least pop in and say hello. I know he's not the coolest guy, but he is very popular around the office. It could be good for you.
So she's gonna lumber over. Penguins make balancing a little rough sometimes. Be like, hey, Croy.
Oh,
Croy, how's it going?
hey, how are you doing? I haven't seen your name up on the boards in a while, Squawk. How's it going?
Oh, I went to visit my mom. You know, little vacation. It's great.
Yeah,
Screech. Sorry, Croy. I don't mean to interrupt, but her superhero name is Screech.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. So, what are you? I mean, I got myself a pretty juicy assignment tonight. I'm, pretty excited about it. What are you two up to?
Do. Tell him the cool thing we're doing.
We're about to check the app and choose.
Yeah, we're gonna check the app.
The most dangerous assignment on it.
So dangerous.
Great.
May we ask Croy what your assignment is?
So we can make sure ours is more dangerous.
Yeah,
Mom's gonna think it's so cool.
It's not a big deal, but the the guy who runs the news channel.
Yes, Ted Knightley.
Yeah, he's been as you know, he's been plotting, and he's sort of like, we got a hold of like a mind control machine that he's gonna broadcast over the airwaves tonight, and I'm just gonna go stop him.
My mom watches airwaves. Dang it.
Yeah.
I mean,
My
it's
mom
no big
tunes into
deal. It's
airwaves
just gonna
nightly.
save the whole city. It's not.
I mean, we could handle that for you if you wanted us to.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, check to see what you were assigned.
May I just ask, do we know what Ted Knightley's plans are once he has everyone mind controlled? It isn't, by chance stopping global warming or anything like that.
So you think that, like, what I'm hearing is you're advocating for mind control?
No, not at all. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, it's for money. Gonna have everybody empty their pockets and their wallets and their bank accounts, and so that
money that he's gonna use to cure cancer.
Okay, so you are also on the mind control train.
No, I'm just curious.
No,
I just think
curious.
that I just want to be an informed citizen, Croy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he is probably going to buy an island, is what I heard. Something about bringing dinosaurs back. I don't know. I'm sure it wouldn't be a huge problem. I suppose I could just let him. And everybody at that time around is like, no, oh no, Croy, no, we love you. And he's like, oh, all right. Okay, don't worry.
You wouldn't want to disappoint your fans, Croy.
It's true.
Yeah, because you've got so many of them. I mean, you could stand to lose a few, but it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty straightforward, pretty easy. You kind of know the entire thing, end game and all. So what we'll be doing is, I'm
gonna check my app now and see what's coming up for us.
There's a building on fire and there are some birds inside. They want you to rescue the birds.
Birds are like modern dinosaurs, so sorry if ours is like more important than yours. I'm a sting.
So just poking him.
Now, I don't know if you know this, Croy, but cats don't like water, which is going to make this an incredibly difficult job, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And penguins are jealous of other birds that can fly. So have to deal with that too.
Okay.
Good luck with your incredibly straightforward and easy to accomplish mission tonight, Croy. We'll be tackling the real problems.
Yeah, have fun denying the world dinosaurs.
I mean, okay. He just sort of backs off. The rattlesnake like hisses at you a little bit and then gets back on his belt, and they walk
so
off.
Cute when it hisses, is it?
It is a little.
Nuts.
Dang it.
When we walk away, I raise one of my cats, Ouija.
Yeah.
And just let it dangle in front of Screech's face and just kind of paw the nose and cheeks. And I say, don't let him get to you, Screech.
Thanks. What was your hero name again?
The Claw.
The Claw. We should change that.
Do you like to go by the Claw? Or like, does
Claw.
Nobody calls you just Claw?
No.
Okay. Is there a shortening ever? Is like TC or like...
Just the Claw.
Always the Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah.
Genius inventor.
Correct.
It only gets longer, not shorter. Wink.
Okay, so we've got your job. We met your foil. He seems a little arrogant, to be honest. I mean,
yeah,
maybe he's a bit of a jerk, but he is very effective.
Yeah, but in this like theoretical backstory to a story that we're creating right now. Yeah. When he's effective in this session, then maybe.
Okay, hey, you know what? That's fair.
What the Claw said.
What the Claw said. So there are now 4 categories of things that you can do when you will be testing things. You'll be rolling a d6. It is either situational, social, professional, or physical. And depending on how well you roll each time, you could get some stress.
Okay.
If you happen to get 3 stress in one of those categories, it's going to become a problem, which means that you will roll a d4 instead of a d6. If you ever reach 6 stress in your category, you are in crisis. Which means that you can no longer help with that kind of action until the end of the scene.
Okay.
You can always clear stress by resolving a personal issue.
Oh, no.
If you resolve it entirely, just like you are able to fix it. For example, the claw, if you decide that your accountant is just not worth it, he's causing a problem, you fire him or he mysteriously disappears. I don't know how you work.
I am a hero, Sarah.
I didn't say kill. You're the one who jumped to it. If he's not here in the picture anymore.
Whoa, are we killing someone?
No.
Screech is on board.
No
is it Croy? Is it Croy?
You would clear 12 stress. It would just like clear a bunch of stress off your plate. But then you could never use it to clear stress again because it's permanently gone. You could like slowly clear, or you could like full clear, but then there's nothing to clear your stress anymore.
Okay.
All right. And listen, if you can convince me ever that your animals using scientific animal fact would help in a situation, you get to add a D8 to your pool.
Whoa.
You would roll a D6 and a D8.
That sounds like a big bonus.
It's a big bonus.
I'm reading up on my animal now to make sure.
Yeah, let's take a minute. And so you can check out. Let me just make sure that the dice pool are correct. I want to make sure because you might have more than one D6 that you are able to roll. So I'm just going over the little challenge section while you guys are boning up on penguin and cat facts.
I've learned everything I need to about cats from ancient Egypt history and the internet.
Sure. How cute they are.
I just identified what kind of penguins mine are last week, so I've got some catching up to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Were we born like this?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's how you know who the superheroes are. They are born with
Croy's hands.
Croy's hands are normal hands.
What a dirtbag.
You know.
Oh, I wish he. So apparently, there's 2 very famous chin strap penguins, and one of them is named Roy. Okay, well now mine are named Roy and Silo. I don't know what Roy and Silo. Maybe I should check before I. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, it's kind of lovely. They were a gay pair of penguins that tried to hatch a rock.
Oh.
And then the zookeeper switched out the rock for a fertile egg, and then they hatched that egg and they raised the chick.
Oh.
So they have
good penguins.
Yeah, your backstory is like a Pixar movie.
Yeah, I got Ray and Silo, and I love them.
I love it.
Stupid Croy.
Okay. We're gonna get started before we do our bio break. We're gonna hop on out into the wild. Listen, the whole time that you have been arguing with Croy, this building has been on fire. There are rare birds inside of it. I'm gonna say like a lot of them. Like this is like an aviary that is on fire, or perhaps a research center where they're working on it, you know, and a fire broke out. They were not able to contain it. All of the people are outside. They're very distressed because these birds are their lives. and they basically have been calling for help. The fire department's there. They're trying to put out the blaze. It's not going out like normal fire would go out.
Are the birds like trapped and can't get out? Or are they like too afraid to move?
They are trapped and can't get out.
Well, when we roll up, I'm going to pull Screech aside and I'm going to say, look, I think the first thing that we need to address here is the crowd. If we're going to start making a name for ourselves, we need to take time to smooth the situation over.
Okay. I got this. And I'm just going to like run in front of the crowd and then bring up Roy and Silo and just go,
okay.
Attention.
Perfect. So this is a social role.
Okay.
You are using your animals. I don't think that the sound they make is particularly soothing the way you have described it. So I don't think you're going to add a D8. But so roll.
But do I get to add a D8 not for soothing, but for getting their attention? Because my goal was just to draw their attention.
Are you just trying to get their attention?
Just trying to get their attention.
All right. Yes. So roll. You're going to roll 4d6, 1d8. Okay. And we are looking for a 5 or a 6.
I have 2 5s and 1 6.
That is 3 successes. You are going to mark 1 stress in social. Because you have done something embarrassing. As you are running up, you weren't really looking where you're going. Listen, penguins are heavy and like they were excited and they don't really like fire so much. And they're very distressed because they can hear the other birds being distressed, and they sort of start pulling you around, throwing their weight around, and you trip right in front of the crowd, and you just like eat pavement, just like starfish on the ground.
Hey, the claw is your turn. I got them looking. I did it.
I'll slide in and I'll say, attention, folks. No need to fear. Local superheroes have answered your call on the Hero X app. And I'll point to my branded suit, which is a scientist's lab coat with a Hero X badge on.
Yeah, easily identifiable. Let's see how comfortable they are. Give me a roll. 4d6. Are you using your cats at all?
Not in this instance. Okay. I gesture a lot when I speak, so they are seeing these cats ragdolling around a little bit, but the cats seem calm.
Okay. Are they chatty cats?
I'm basing them on real cats. Yep. So they do this weird thing where they don't actually meow. They just like...
They did like the little clickies, like because there's a bird around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. See how that goes.
What are we looking for? 5s and 6s?
5s and 6s.
I got 1 6.
Okay. Mark 2 stress next to your social.
Oh boy.
You have upset an important person in the crowd. You came in and you started talking about Hero X. But you have cats for hands, and the person that is in charge of the building is like, you can't go in there. Like, birds are killed by cats every day. Like, it is the number one killer of birds is stray cats. You can't just walk in that building with cats.
First of all, they're not stray. They're attached to his arm. They are his hands.
Thank you, Screech.
And I'm still laying on the ground as I'm just saying this. I've not gotten
You're just
yet.
like rolled over.
Yeah. Hey, first of all, and then second of all, it's strategy, because when I get the birds free, the cats are gonna scare them so bad they'll get out. They'll get out.
Right, but like these are birds. A lot of them are already injured. Like, you have to be so careful with them. They can't just like fly away. They'd never survive in the wild. A lot of them are being rehabilitated.
And that is also something we are going to handle. Tell them how, the claw.
Yeah, and concerned citizen, may I ask, if you were this worried about the birds, why you've made no attempt to rescue them thus far?
I have tried to go in several times, and the fire department does keep stopping me.
I do apologize for jumping to conclusions. We're going to use nets, and I have the cats reach into my my little day bag that's strapped across.
Sure.
Very high tech looking though. It's like sleek and shiny.
Yeah.
It's made out of like that reflective silver material you see in a lot of space stuff.
Very fancy.
The cats just kind of paw in there and bring out this it looks like a glorified t-shirt cannon. There's no way it could have fit in that bag, but it just
Mary Poppins its way out.
Net launcher here, calibrated for lightweight usage, so it will not be damaging wings. And I pull out a sample fabric like you would see when you're at the carpet store, and it looks like that. And I hand it out to the crowd, and I say, just give this a feel. You can see lightweight silk. In fact, if anybody's looking for any kind of home renovations, these are great for curtains or carpets, or even occasionally fringy doorway things. We're trying that out. So then I just will pass out a couple business cards. It says the Claw Home Innovations, and it has the number on the back. And I say, so just so everyone's clear, very, very comfortable with using this fabric. It's lightweight.
And as I'm going to let you clear one stress, because they like somebody takes it and they immediately start takes your business card and immediately they're definitely emailing you.
Mm-hmm.
But while you are doing this, Screech, you look up because there's a flurry of activity around the building, and the West Wing has collapsed in a fiery, there's a big problem. It was very loud. The fire department's like, get back.
She's leaping to her feet, and she's like, that is the cue we were waiting for our master plan. Let's go, the Claw.
Right away.
Woo! Just run.
The best. You're so good at this. So you're just running into the fire.
No, I have a plan.
Okay.
I got halfway to the fire, realized the Claw was not following me.
And I say, Screech, wait! No, I'm following, but I don't want to charge right in. Screech, wait! And I plunge the cats back into the day bag, and I come out with, they are now ball of yarning.
Yeah.
2 different glowing green orbs with big red buttons on the top. And I pass these to Roy and Silo. Those are cryo grenades. Screech. I invented them.
Wait, they're what kind of grenades?
Cryo grenades.
Like cryo, like the Greek food, or
no.
Oh
no, they're packed with liquid nitrogen and fire extinguisher fluid. You're gonna hit those buttons and toss them in the doorway. It should blast us in a nice little frozen tunnel to enter the building.
Okay, and she just runs off, just takes him at his word.
This feels like a physical test.
Okay. I am using the weight of the penguins to propel myself forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we've established they're not light. Yeah.
No, they are not light.
Cool. And the weight of them to propel the launch of the grenades. Cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Give me 4d6 and a d8 because you are using it. Let's see what happens.
I'm not smart. I gotta use what I got.
I'm with you.
I'm gonna be arguing for these penguins all night.
I love it.
1, 5, 1, 6.
Uh-oh. Mark 2 stress.
I'm starting to get a feel for how many successes we are supposed to roll.
Yeah.
And it's feeling a little challenging.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was doing real well.
Yeah. Here's the deal. You, so sorry. You are injured. I don't know which one it was. Maybe it was Roy, but he got overexcited. He got a little overzealous, and he hit that button prior to you getting to the doorway. He didn't throw it. He just hit the button and held it. And it went off basically in your face. It just foofed a whole bunch of fire somebody let off a fire extinguisher around you. It knocked you off your feet. You were on the ground again.
Screech! No! And
Come
I jump and try and catch her.
Okay.
I'm like trying to block my face with the silo.
Yeah. Who has another grenade in his hand? Yeah.
There's this
fine.
swirling white smoke as I'm diving to try and catch.
Gimme. I'm ready.
I'm rolling 4d6s, you say?
Yeah. Are you using your cats at all?
Take the claws.
I should be using the cats more, but honestly, they're cats. I don't feel like they're going to do anything for me in this moment.
Yeah, they're not helping. I get it.
It's okay. You're a genius. Like, some of us need to rely on our animals.
Well, I got 1-5.
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Okay. So you are also injured. Mark 2 stress, please. You do go to catch Screech, but you are underneath her. She falls on top of you. And then Silo, who is helping, lets off the other grenade. Poof. Yeah, you were very close to the doorway, though. And so there is a tiny section that is no longer on fire of the doorway.
I will say, Screech, it's not ideal, but we just covered ourselves in fire extinguisher fluid and liquid nitrogen. Let's charge through the flames now before it wears off.
Yeah!
Very
All
smart.
in.
All right.
Boom.
You go in. Let's say you get through. You're inside the building. It's very smoky. You're in like the reception area. You know, this is the intake area. There aren't any animals out here. This is where the front desk is. This is some administrative places. You know that all of the work with the animals would be done sort of in a secure area, right? They don't want the birds to just like get out or people just to come in. So you're in this area. It's all very, very much on fire.
Okay, wait. Roy, Silo, call out to the other birds. Tell them we're here to help.
Good one.
I'll amplify it.
Ooh.
How will you do that?
I'm just going to use another genius invention.
Okay. All right.
It looks like a CB radio that I just extend the little wire spiral cord and hold in front of Roy and Silo.
Yeah.
But as it's happening, a little like megaphone pops up over my head.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so also I cannot get over how adorable it is that everything that you're doing is controlled by tiny little kitten paws.
They just keep like
just like
they're
always
just holding the little button and tapping it.
Just so gently. I love it. This is a joint effort. So I'm going to have you roll. We're going to choose collective successes. So you each will get to roll. If you're using your animal, which sounds like you both are, for help, you can add your D8 to your pool and then tell me what 5s or aboves that you've gotten from all that together.
I got a 5 and 2 6s.
It's 3.
I got 3 5s.
Hey.
Oh!
Hey.
Okay, so all right, so this is, I feel like this is a social because you're yelling to the birds, right?
Sure.
Penguins are social animals.
They are.
So
even the aggressive ones.
You have gotten into you charm someone with your exploits. This is a like super really good success. So there's this moment where all you can hear is fire. And then all of these bird sounds just start calling back to you like aggressively. You know exactly where they are. And because I'm going to say, because you're superheroes, like you're professionals, you know exactly how many birds are in this facility right now.
18.
I got to tell you, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I might have underestimated.
Do we need more nets?
There's 37.
I've got plenty of nets, but I can only wrap up about 24 birds per. So we might be hauling out multiple bundles of birds.
Great. I got 2 strong penguins.
Excellent.
Let's do it. And I just start like rushing towards the sound of distressed birds.
it is at this moment, as you're running towards the birds, you're both feeling like just like so powerful. Like you're like, this is my purpose in life, and I know what I'm doing, and I am so good at this. And as you do that, your phone, Screech, starts to ring.
What ringtone is it? 'Cause I have a ringtone for like the hero agency. I have one for like my mom, and I have one for everyone else.
It's your mom.
Oh no.
Roll Out by Ludacris.
Okay. So I'm like, I have a text from my real life mom, actually. That's really funny.
Yeah, there we go.
So she's like, oh, I have to take this. I'm so sorry, the claw.
I understand. I'll just charge ahead.
Okay. So she's like half a step behind him. Mom!
Where are you? It sounds so loud.
I'm saving lives, Mom, like I said I would.
You're always saying that your job is not that big a deal.
I'm a hero, Mom.
Okay, listen. Well, what is the job that you told your mom you do?
I told her I'm a hero.
She does not believe you. What does she think you do?
Oh, she thinks that I am a CPA.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, no one's gonna die if you don't get those numbers crunched at this very moment. Like,
Mom, the numbers are birds.
Listen, I was thinking,
what a strange phone call she's having.
why don't you, like, what are you doing? Do you want to come over for dinner?
After I save the birds.
No, I'm sorry.
They're like dinosaurs, Mom. I have to be cooler than the guy with the dinosaurs.
Hey, are you on drugs?
I'm high on hero work. Saving people is a drug.
Okay. Give me a social roll.
I'm doing great. I'm guessing I don't add a D8 to this one.
Probably not. No.
No. Got 1 5.
Okay. Yeah. You mark 2 stress in your social?
I'm at 3 in social now, just FYI.
Yeah. So this has become a problem. So now one of your D6 is going to be a D4 when you are rolling.
Is that only for social or for all situations?
Just for social.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I really feel like you're not taking this seriously. You're not like prioritizing. You sent me that big long email the other day that said you wanted to like try to patch things up, and I was taking you at your word.
You gave me the penguins that make me.
So, and then the phone call starts breaking up, and she's cutting in and out.
I can't hear you through the fire through which I am saving lives.
And then the line goes dead.
Everything okay?
No. I'm feeling a little stressed. A little not believed in.
Look,
kind of like, I don't know, like she gave me this penguins, but didn't actually think I could do anything with them. And why would you give your kid penguins? And just, oh my God, the birds, the claw.
Screech, look, I know it's not ideal, especially to have your support system start to buck underneath you, but what your mother says or does or thinks has no bearing on your actions tonight. What you need to do is just knuckle up and be the hero that you know you are.
I don't have knuckles, I have penguins.
You're right, that was insensitive. Just beak up.
Okay, I can do that.
I believe in you.
Thanks. Thanks, friend.
With those words, those inspiring words,
Speak up.
I'm gonna let you. Slogan. I'm gonna let you clear a stress.
Yay!
He helped you.
Power of friendship.
The cats on the shoulder, and they'll just like be.
They like purred.
Rubbing.
Yeah, like
making biscuits.
That really like aggressive purring that they get, where they're just like rumbling in the
If the security cameras were still working, I'm just imagining people seeing like Screech on the phone with her mom and like the claw trying to help her feel better. Meanwhile, there's like fire and like burn.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fire. Fire everywhere. I'm gonna have you roll a situational each of you.
Okay.
Roll 4d6. I want to see if you discover something.
Oh boy.
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
I got 2 successes too.
Okay, so between the two of you, you mostly accomplish what you're setting out to do, which is to sort of investigate the fire a little bit.
Mhm.
And you notice you took this moment to pause, right? And like, I understand that there was emotional distress and you had your heads together and you were really chatting it out and having this very heart to heart moment. And you see something in the corner, like this was an intentional fire. It was set by someone, and you are looking at probably the origin point of it in the corner of this room.
Screech, I know we don't have much time, but I need to take a sample of this.
Okay, should we split up? Should I go get the birds?
I think so. If you can funnel them back here, by the time they arrive, I should be able to net them on their way past.
Okay.
But I need to investigate the source of this fire.
Okay, I'll go do that.
Okay. Let's do a little investigation. This is also, I think, situational.
What would the thing that I would have taken for stress when I got hurt?
It was under physical.
Physical. Okay. Okay. If you have a D4 in your pool, you can't get a success from it.
That is correct.
That is horrifying. Okay. Situational, you say?
Yes.
I got no stresses, so I'm rolling 4d6.
Great.
2 successes.
Okay. Mostly accomplishing what you are setting out to do. So it looks like basically like listen, an amateur made this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Not a genius inventor like you. Like you this would have been much more elegant if you had been doing something like this. But like it was very effective, right? It was basically just like an accelerant at a whole bunch of rags, and like they put it in the correct spot. There was maybe a device that allowed a timing situation so they could get out. But the most important thing that you notice is that there are some wrappers that like a little charred, but are still there next to it.
Cat picks one up, holds it up to my nose, and
it's menthol.
Son of a gun. I'll bag them carefully. The cats pat them in, and then they, I got to kind of coach them through ziplocking it and putting the ashes into the vials and scraping some of the leftover residue.
It's taken a bit,
but I'm working on it.
Yeah, you're doing great. Let's check in with our penguin friend. They're just screeching now. Listen, penguins like it cold. It's so hot in here.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
They are yelling. Like, they're here. They're going to help you. But, like, they want you to know that they're sad about it.
I'm used to it. It's okay.
Yeah. You have made it back into the area. Well, you've made it to the door where the birds are being held. But this is a lab facility. This door is locked.
Okay. I'm going to use the weight of my penguins to propel me to just boom this door down.
Just gonna kick it in.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. 4d6 and a d8.
Okay, that's better than the conversation with mom. 2 5s and a 6.
Okay. So you're gonna mark 1 stress.
Okay. In
physical.
Okay.
You got a little. It's a glass door. So you crashed through it. You got a couple of bumps, a couple of scrapes, but you have made it through. You are now in the area where they have all of the birds. Oh boy, there are a lot of birds here. Like they're all in their own little enclosures. Some of them are larger than the enclosures, obviously. But there's a lot of them. Okay. And they see you and they start going crazy. They start like all doing their calls. It is so loud.
I would like to relieve a tiny bit of stress by resolving a personal issue. Okay. Really quickly, I'm just gonna take a selfie so you make sure you can see like the scratches and the official Hero X uniform and like the fire and the birds. And I'm like, and I send it to my mom.
Okay.
I don't care what the response is. That's my act, is to just like.
Right. You feel like I'm showing her how important my
I've
job
got
is.
proof that it's real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
So does that relieve any of my stress points?
Yeah, I would say that relieves one. That like, especially because you're not waiting for her response. That would be one.
Can I just like relieve one from physical, or does it have to be social?
No, it could be whatever you want.
Okay, so I'm going to relieve one from physical, so I'm back down to 2 in physical, and then I'm going to like just I'm going to quickly look around and see if there's anything like to open the bird enclosure cage, whatever thingies.
Sure. Let's give a roll. This is a situational
roll. Can I say
roll.
Me and my penguins are looking?
Are penguins known to be particularly good finders?
They are known to have eyes that see things. Then they do look for stones, so they look for things.
Sure.
Okay.
They are known to have eyes, she says.
That is true.
That's right. I've never seen an eyeless penguin. You're right.
2 6s.
Okay, you find some stuff, but it's like this is a lot of keys. Like you would think that in this high-tech facility that it would be more like keypads or something, but like it is like a old school ring of janitor's keys. These are like physical cages. Because then if the power goes out, they can still disengage the lock.
Is it like a separate key for every cage, or will one key get to all of them?
Who knows?
I just start unlocking. I just go for it.
Just start trying?
Just start trying. I'm not the genius.
That's true.
I'm the genius.
I just had this picture of you running in and going, "What are you doing? I'm the genius." We're gonna listen. You are frantically trying every key on this ring in the first cage. And you are coaching your cats through putting things into a Ziploc bag. And I think go ahead. Is there anything else?
I have to trust Screech. No, I told her that I would wait here and shoot the birds when she funnels them. So I'm gonna trust Screech.
Perfect. I see a tiny bird who has escaped.
One bird has gotten out of its cage.
Get it.
Yeah, I agree. Hi, Damien.
Sorry. He found me. We just put child locks on the doors, but it looks like...
Yeah, I agree. You listen, this is important work. He's one of your penguins.
Are you Roy or Silo? Yeah, okay. I can mute us, so you
both
can.
Of them. I actually think obviously Damien was coming in to tell me like, hey, Miss Sarah, I think it's time for you to take your bio break. You're overdue. So we're just gonna take a few minutes. Go grab yourself something to eat. Maybe not chicken, because there's probably some chickens we're saving. I agree.
The key's just hovering over the lock.
It's just waiting. It's just waiting.
Ready to go.
So grab yourself a drink. Use the facilities. Come right back here. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. Bye. Welcome back from the break. We did it. I mean,
Yay!
we haven't saved any birds yet. But
We're working on it.
we're working on it. You have a solid plan.
I found keys.
You found a whole bunch of keys.
So many keys.
So many keys. And you figured out who started the fire.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm currently setting up the net gun on a tripod so that I can just artillery shell load the nets.
Yeah. I love that.
I gotta kill some time.
Let's see how well you are doing. Let's give a roll. I think this is a professional role. This is in the guise of being a genius inventor superhero.
Not great. 1 success.
Okay. You're going to take 2 stress.
Ooh,
Your cats are thrown off.
Ooh.
Let me tell you why. The mentholator knew that you were going to be here. And it wasn't just menthol that those cats smelled. It was also catnip. And maybe your cats are just like the teensiest bit high right now.
So they're just laying on their back.
They're real
batting
fluffy.
the wires and rubbing against the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is
They
horrible.
love it. I mean,
I have to be delicate with this. I can't just,
Yeah.
I'm not going to yell. And so I'm going to just have to firmly suggest that we get back on task.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to leave you with your high, I guess, hands for a moment. I'm going to check back in with Screech. Hey, Screech.
Hey!
Let's roll to see how you're doing with those keys.
You know what? I'm doing great. I don't even need to roll.
Oh, wow.
That's lucky.
That's so lucky.
Amazing. What if...
Tell me.
My birds, I'm going extra fast because their beaks, it's so easy for them to get in there and separate a key, and they work together so well, being an established couple.
Sure. I like that.
Okay, that is 2 6s and a 7. Oh, that's right. I did roll a D8.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was like, what number is that? Okay.
Hey, you're doing
so success, or does it have to be a 5 or a 6?
It's 6 plus. So yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So listen, you're doing great. You are getting. Let me do a quick roll to see how many you have unlocked already.
Whoa!
Okay. You have
37.
9. You've unlocked 9 cages.
Hey!
You're doing great. You're working in tandem. It took you a little bit, right? Like you were trying to figure out the best strategy, right? But you got to a point where you got into this rhythm and you found it and you were able, and one of the penguins, the smarter of the two. Which one is the smarter of the two?
Probably Silo.
Yeah. Silo.
Well, he's the one that set off the grenade early. So
You're right. That's fair. Silo started removing the keys that you found that had already fit, taking them off the ring, right? So that the number of keys is dwindling as you go. It's much easier. Here's a potential complication. A couple of the birds that you released are birds of prey who eat other birds, small birds.
Okay, but Roy and Silo are aggressive, really scary birds. So they're bah! They're making sure to scare all the birds. Even these birds of prey are not the biggest predator in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. There is an eagle there.
There's fire there too, though.
There's fire. That's true. I'm just saying that there are some birds that are coming out that are pretty big.
They're coming out hot.
And they're coming out hot, legit. And they also eat other birds. So just saying.
Okay. Okay.
Birds are starting to stream out towards you. Your cats are still high. What are we doing?
Well, I think that the first thing is going to be an unfortunate instinct we're going to have to curb.
Okay.
Because they are now roasted and they're watching a bunch of birds fly into the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they start chittering. I'm going to try and stop them from embracing this impulse. I want them to fight it.
All right.
We've work to do.
Okay, so these birds are streaming out into the fire. The fire by you. Different fire. And your cats are high and see a bunch of birds.
Yeah, I don't want them to attack them.
I appreciate that.
The fire's curling up over there. The smoke is spiraling out.
Forcing the birds sort of lower than they would normally go.
Yeah.
So close.
I want to stop them. I want to stop these cats from doing what cats do.
Mm-hmm.
Stay on task.
Okay. So do you think that this... I'm going to let you pick the category. Is this social because you are talking them down?
Mm-mm.
Is it professional because it's sort of your superhero persona?
Yeah, I think it is professional. The cats are on the job as well.
Sure. Well, or they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that
now, when do I start taking...
These are working cats.
Because I have 2 stresses in professional.
If you hit 3, there would be a penalty.
Okay.
Which might be now, we'll see.
Oh, no successes.
Oh, no successes.
No successes.
So you're going to mark 2 stress.
That's bad.
One of your D6 is going to become a D4.
Oh, boy.
For future rolls. And it means that your cats are actively trying to eat these birds.
I think they with no successes, I think they probably got at least one of them.
Well, one of the cats, the less intelligent of the 2. I'll let you choose.
I don't want to say out loud, but I know which one it is.
Is going after the eagle.
Oh boy.
Not smart. No. Not smart at all. Like has the eagle's like talent like around like is gripped onto it
being pulled
by an eagle. Yeah. Which are very big. And then the other one has caught a small bird. I'm gonna say it was a hummingbird and it's fully in its mouth.
Just a little feet sticking out.
Yeah, sticking out. Bzz. That's happening.
Well, I'm gonna headbutt the eagle and just say, you know what? Sometimes hummingbirds get eaten.
That's fair.
I don't want the cats to get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, there are no security cameras in here. You were not to caught, like, your cats didn't do anything wrong. It's totally fine. Talk about it later. This is absolutely a physical test because you are headbutting an eagle.
I have 2 stress in physical, so hopefully this doesn't add any more.
Okay.
No successes again.
Okay. So you are injured. You mark 2 stress because you try to headbutt an eagle and it just like lifts its beak a little and just like beaks you in the forehead.
Well, I'm wearing safety goggles, but I think it bounces off and then stabs me
right in the
eye.
Your eyes are fine. Yeah, for sure. And you would never be anywhere without your safety eyewear. I understand.
No, not on the job. No.
But right in the forehead. Ooh, that hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Ooh. And now you got the blood kind of head wounds. They bleed a lot. And so now it's sort of running over your safety goggles, making it hard for you to see well.
You know, I didn't used to be like this. My inventions all used to work, and I used to be able to keep the cats in line. It's just lately I've been feeling like I can't get on top of it.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'm past my prime.
Yeah,
and it's really starting to drag me down.
You just got an email, and it's one of the ones that the notification was pushed urgent.
I think that I'm just a little bit thrown off my game.
Sure.
And I'm dwelling on the fact that maybe I'm just not as good as I used to be. And so I'm going to allow myself to get pulled into my phone.
Okay.
And the cat's going to do my code and then I'll open it up.
Yeah. It's from your accountant.
Oh.
It's kind of a quick and vague apology for maybe losing a large chunk of your money because he thought there were some good investments that fell through.
Okay, this feels like a phone call situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger the auto fire on the NetGun tripod that I just set up, and I'm going to set it to motion sensor.
Right.
So hopefully it'll just automatically fire nets at any birds that fly through the door.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give my CPA a call.
Okay. What's your CPA's name?
Jeff Roishi.
Uh-huh. Phone rings only once, and he answers the phone and goes, Jeff Roishi.
Hey, Jeff, this is the Claw. Wow. Just redial.
He immediately answers again, Jeff Roishi.
Hi, Jeff. This is the FBI. We're calling to investigate some fraud.
Oh, that's weird. You're calling from a client's number.
We use different IPs for when we send out computer telephone calls. It's all very technical. You probably wouldn't understand.
Sure. How can I help you?
Just wanted to give you a quick heads up. We have agents standing by outside the door, and if you hang up, we're going to take that as a threat, and we will be sending them in. We just wanted to keep you on a line to get a couple answers.
Right. Okay, sure. Yeah, I can answer questions. I haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah, and believe me, you wouldn't want to, because the penalty for that is actually going to be either life in prison or public execution, and that's decided by coin toss.
Does that... I didn't think that was allowed in the state anymore.
We will be taking you to it. Hey, and this is all hypothetical, right? Because you didn't do anything wrong.
Sure. Because I didn't do it. I didn't break any laws. Break any laws.
But hypothetically,
right?
If you did, we would be flying you to an undisclosed location that is in international waters, and then live streaming your execution.
Live stream, even
18 plus only, Twitch channel. We wouldn't want any kids to see it.
Sure. Right. That seems okay.
Extreme?
Yeah.
Only as extreme as the crimes which warrant it. Now, let me just ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
Mr. Roishi.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say you accidentally moved some money around that didn't belong to you.
That is...
Hypothetically.
Listen, agent, that is my job, though, is to move money around that doesn't belong to me, right? Like I'm an accountant. I'm handling money for clients.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So, again, you know your job. I don't want to tell you what it is, but let's just say you moved some money around that didn't belong to you and you lost track of it. Oh. Hypothetically, and again, life depends on it. Hypothetically, would you be able to just get that back and put it in the account where it goes? Just a second. I have some... one of the agents that's outside your door is asking for permission to enter in with.
No, I think that's not. That doesn't feel necessary. That's not.
I agree. Let me just tell them to. Yeah, we'll just stand down, waiting for the response.
Right. No. Listen, I could. This is all hypothetical because I haven't done anything wrong, but I could maybe probably move. I could do that.
Cool. That's great. Hypothetically, that's very good. Just wanted to let you know that we were looking into you. We flagged all of your bank accounts and we put a hold on your passport. So I look forward to finding a clean record, Mr. Roishi.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's already clean, but it'll be even more clean if you give me a couple hours.
Excellent. All right. Talk to you soon. Then I'm going to hang up, and then I'm going to *6 or *67 call back so my number's blocked.
Okay. Because it rings a couple more times, and then instead of just immediately. Jeff Roishi.
Hey, Jeff. Sorry, I think we got cut off earlier. Is everything okay? I got this strange email from you.
Yeah, everything's great. You know what? You were saying that like. You like funny jokes? And so
I do, yeah.
I thought maybe what if I sent you like a funny joke? like to like make your day nice.
Oh, cool. Hey, Jeff,
Yeah.
I appreciate the sentiment
Mm-hmm.
because I do like funny jokes. But as you know, I am struggling to get this business off the ground, and I've thrown a lot of my personal finances into it. And
Yeah.
therefore, I would really appreciate you not joking about my finances and also doing your best to make sure that all of them stay safe.
Yeah, I'm doing that for sure.
Cool. Well, if it was just a funny joke and there's nothing to worry about,
Yep.
then I guess I'll talk to you soon, Jeff.
Okay, sounds great.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Um, I'm gonna let you clear a couple stress on that. I think you can
All
probably
right.
clear. You threatened execution and brought in the FBI and international waters and live streaming it. I'm gonna let you clear 3.
Sweet.
Yeah, but how much stress does Jeff have now?
So much.
What a fool. Oh,
Yeah.
also during that, and I'm ready to roll for it. I think the net gun was just
Was just whooping. Yeah, give me a roll. Let's see how many we caught
with professional.
with professional.
All right, I just cleared 3 stress off of that, so I'm feeling a lot less.
Feeling good
worried.
about it. The cats are maybe starting to come down a little.
No successes.
Okay.
I've rolled almost identically every single time.
Okay, so you're gonna
Time to
mark 2
switch out
stress
the
again. We're gonna be a
dice.
little stressed. That's okay though. The net gun it's going off. There was some issue with the aiming. Like the motion is going by it, and it like isn't able to fire fast enough.
Smoke's clouding the sensors.
Yeah. There's a lot of smoke in here. I'm gonna hop back over to Screech. You have been able with your system to get, let's see how many more. Let's roll a d20. Oh, I rolled a nat 20, so you've gotten 20 more out. That's 29. There are 8 left. You're having some problems with these last couple. Listen, I'm gonna say there's only one enclosure left that has the 8 remaining birds in it. The 8 remaining birds are ostriches.
That's a big enclosure.
It is. But the problem also is that like they are huddled away from the fire. The fire is in like one corner of their enclosure. It's really getting in there. And so they're all like milling about in the other corner, and you're having a hard time like getting into the lock.
Okay.
The penguins kiss for a while. It makes everybody feel better.
Calm kiss. I'm just gonna like. Do I see like a weak spot in this enclosure? Do I think I could like wire cutter my way in? What's it made out of? Like, is it a glass enclosure? What am I really seeing here?
Yeah. Well, so these are flightless. And so I am going to say that you know, it's probably like a neck high sort of thing. Hard to like scramble over, but you probably could. More importantly, they can't really get over it. That's like high enough that they can't jump over it to get out. But it's not enclosed in the top.
Yeah. But what's like the material? Is it like a glass wall? Or
It's
just like a chain link fence?
It's like a concrete wall,
Okay.
like a heavy duty wall.
So I do have to figure out this lock. Okay. I'm not the genius.
You don't have to figure out the lock. I mean, there are ways into the cave. It's getting them out.
Yeah. I'm going to look for something very big and heavy to use the weight. My penguin's going to hold them. Then I'm just going to smash the lock.
Great. I love
smash it.
All right. Give me a roll.
Is this a roll to find a thing or to smash the thing?
I think it's all one situation because you're going to grab something and you're going to swing to smash it. But
Can I use my penguin bonus then?
Absolutely.
Okay, that is 2 6s.
Okay. So this is going to succeed. You're going to take 1 more physical damage. It was you kind of like threw your shoulder out a little bit like just overexerted a little bit. Penguins are heavy. You put a very heavy thing into these penguin flippers and then swung it around full rotation, which you don't often do. They don't love that, right? That like full swing.
It kind of strains where they attach to the shoulder.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you were able to pick up, there was like, I'm going to say there was like a chair or something close that you were able to grab and just like do a full swing. It broke the lock. The thing swung open, but the ostriches don't want to come out.
I'm going to like run into the enclosure, like away from the exit, and then like try and like herd them to the exit.
Sure. Herd it around. Okay, I think this is, you can choose either social or professional.
I'm going to say professional.
You're going to do this in a very professional manner.
Yeah, this is what I'm on the job. I'm like, the Claw and the Claw's cats. We're on the job right now.
Yeah, obviously.
That is 1 6 and 1 5. Okay.
So you're going to mark 1 stress. This is like listen, if you were getting a performance review, this would be like a 3 out of 5, right? You are meeting expectations, but like not really, nothing's fancy here. You heard these ostriches out and it takes longer than you want, but you feel good that you have gotten everything out of this room. All of the birds are out. All of them are accounted for that you know of.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to head back over to the room that this net gun is just like firing continuously. You're messing with it, having a hard time recalibrating everything. And you hear a dry cough behind you. And you, as your partner comes running in, you hear just a... Knew you'd come running.
I'm going to reach the cat into my day bag and pull out a small container of Vicks Vapor Rub. And I'm going to unscrew the cap with my little cat paws. And I'm going to just start smearing it on myself.
And meanwhile, I'm just running in, the claw, I got all the birds. That's all the birds.
When you get into the room, you see that there's a bunch of nets full of birds. And
nice.
I give you the international signal for tie them to the ostriches. And
everybody knows that signal.
The Vapor Rub all over me because I know that much like standing still around a T-Rex, covering yourself in menthol to the mentholator makes you invisible.
Oh, obviously. Everybody knows that.
I kind of like see the ventilator there, but like the Claw told me to do something, so I'm just like, Mah! And I just go and I start tying the nuts to the ostriches.
I'm gonna have you each roll a professional roll because I'm interested to see how good you are at both of these things.
This time I am getting the cats in on it. That is 4 paws.
4 paws. It's extra.
Rubbing this on.
Yeah. Oh, all 4 feet. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And my penguins are the ones doing the tying. They're efficient at snip, snip, blah, blah, hands, fins, speaks, go.
Okay.
And they're helping to herd the ostriches, to tie the things. They're
okay. That I will allow. But Flippers not known for their dexterity.
No, but like the beaks, like they clip and they get in there.
Okay.
It is 2 6s and a 7.
All right. So listen, you thrive, Screech, when you are given a checklist. You get this list and you're like, perfect. I know exactly what to do. I'm going to be the best employee
for myself
ever seen. And so you get all these things. You're counting everything. You have nets full of birds tied and sitting on the backs of ostriches, which we don't know why the ostriches are letting you do this, but like the penguins are like, rah, 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 and like somehow it's working. And like you're able to smear you very much confuse the mentholator. Like this is a thing that like, ooh, she knows you're there, but she can't quite find you. maybe it was because you didn't do it fast enough. Maybe it was because she had seen you prior to you starting this, but like she knows you're in this room and she is becoming increasingly agitated about it. She pulls out a bundle of what like looks like the same stuff that you had found as the fire starter. She pulls it out and she pulls out a flame with the other hand. She's like, I knew that the two of you would be here, but listen, you know what? If I don't get the claw this time, at least I'm going to take out Screech. And she lights her lighter and goes to light this, and everything goes to slow motion. She's lit the accelerate and she drops it. And it's going very slow. What do you want to do?
I'm going to rip the strap of my day bag and spin it underneath, hoping that this bottomless pit of a bag can just eat this.
All right.
Sacrificing all of my potential gadgets to come.
Yeah. Screech, are you assisting in any way?
I don't know if
Can I tell you a thing that penguins can do that may be disgusting but helpful?
Is it going to be puking?
Sort of.
What is it?
As a hygiene measure, penguins can projectile defecate.
Wow.
Up to a distance of 3 feet.
Wow.
This allows them to keep their nests clean while they are incubating and rearing their chicks.
Wow.
But I don't know if my penguins have bum holes. That's where my arm is.
There's a hole.
Oh, there is. Okay.
I mean, you'd probably have to do this.
Okay.
But yes.
I feel like Lexi doesn't want to, but I feel like Screech is doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you aiming at the fire or at the ventilator?
The fire.
Aiming at the fire, trying to put the fire out.
Well, I've got two. It's Silo at the fire and Roy at the ventilator. Yeah.
I love it. So you may each roll. Are you using your cats at all?
They need to, in order for me to break a very sturdy strap, they do need to.
Knives for feet.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. So you may add your D8s to your pools. And let's...
What am I rolling?
I feel like this is professional. Either professional or physical, probably.
Okay, I gotta take a D4 in the pool for professional.
Well, this could be a feat
physical.
of strength. Yeah.
They both have to be taking it anyway.
Oh. All right.
You know, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I'm stressed.
We're stressed. I got 2 6s for the record.
Okay, so we got 2 successes so far.
I rolled 2 2s and 3 1s.
Whoa. Wow.
I'm rolling horribly tonight.
Okay.
Why didn't you switch out your dice?
So
dice jail.
I know.
So the issue becomes, okay, you're able to hit the ventilator with projectile penguin goo. It's real gross. Just like right in the face. But the fire hits the floor before you can get out of the bag. Like you're having a hard time. Like you designed this bag to be so sturdy.
The strap's not supposed to get cut.
It's not supposed to get cut. But you do have the great idea that for next time you'll build in some sort of like quick release. Yeah. For this occasion.
I've got to write this down. I say, as I'm struggling.
Kicking it off.
Remind me later.
So fire blooms very big in front of you. And all of the birds, 36 of the 37 birds, because we're not sure what happened to the hummingbird. are definitely like we're all gathered together.
Multiple bags tied to multiple net bags tied to multiple ostriches.
Correct. Yep. Correct. Like everybody is present and accounted for. It's getting very hot. It's a little hard to breathe, but you have everything, and you have been, and the mentholator, like, just disgusted, has decided that she's just going to leave you here because, you know, you're not going to get out. So she sort of gives you a little, like, we'll see you next time, maybe, if you make it out, and just like somehow has a jetpack now, which doesn't seem fair, but
it doesn't.
She goes out the roof, like, because a section of it fell when you were in the process of coming out.
The west wind collapsed. Yeah.
So she's out. She does a circle around, and maybe, I mean, there are birds. I think she flips you an extra bird. You found your 37th, and then she speeds off, and the fire is encroaching.
I'm going to just lift the strap over my head.
If only you had thought of that just moments ago.
I'm trying to be heroic.
Yeah, no, I get
it.
Like
my eyebrows and eyelashes are singed off from the explosion of fire, and I will jump up onto the back of an ostrich and loop my strap over the top, and I'll say, "Screech, we gotta blow this joint!" Yeah, and try to use this ostrich to lead the other ostriches out. So I gotta leave Screech to fend for herself. I gotta try and get the ostrich convoy moving.
You trust her? I mean, you know, she got all them out of the cages.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for whatever ostrich is closest to me and just try and do the same. I'm not just gonna run. No, I'm not. I'm just running. I'm just running after the ostrich convoy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a physical test for everybody.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
So I'm using, again, the weight of my penguins to propel me forward.
And use another.
I think you could use your cats, because I think to sort of, you know, gently, I think a well-placed little prick of the claw would help that ostrich. Yeah, spur.
Okay. All right, I got a D4, but I also got a D8.
Okay.
I have 1 5 and 1 6.
2 successes. That's better than I've done all night.
Yeah, these are group tests. So, listen, not only do you avoid injury, but you feel very powerful. Like, you come busting out of this wall. These ostriches, they're basically just muscle. Like, oh boy. And they're kind of scary looking. I mean, these are like the closest you can get to dinosaurs, really. And they just like bust through the wall, which has been weakened by a ton of fire. And you come like, get on out there, and all of the birds come with you. They all crowd around, and as you're coming out, you know, the last ostrich comes out with the net full of birds on its back, and the building just collapses, just entirely behind you. And
no,
Screech pushes their way out of the wreckage a moment later.
Oh, I thought I lost you, partner.
like penguin head first, right? Just like there's a hush in the crowd, and just like
the cats, they get in on it and start like litter box scooping.
And it's like that moment in Maverick. I don't know if you have seen Maverick, but we're
extremely
like
passionate about Maverick. Yes,
where they're just like looking over the edge, just like so sad, singing a hymn, and then he just like pulls himself up and walks next to him. You just come out, and everyone busts out into these huge cheers, like, you came out, you saved everybody, this is amazing. People are taking pictures, and like there's reporters on the scene, and they want to talk to you, and you know, they rush up and they say, it looks like you came out safely, and I mean, I understand the facility was not We did not make it, but I was told that there were 37 important birds inside this facility. And how many did you get out?
Every one of them.
Actually, Screech, if I may, I didn't have a chance to tell you. Now, before I say this, I do just want to point out that a lot of the materials used in the building of this structure, and they were not up to code. There was a lot of mix-match wiring and flammable things. It's very old-fashioned here, and I think that if they would have just taken the time to renovate and update their building,
I had to unkey the cages one by one.
Well, I mean, you do know that this is a nonprofit agency that is fully funded by donations.
Sure, and I know that there are some places, for this one example, and I'll hold up the Claw Home Solutions, I'll say they have a sliding scale to accommodate any number of different incomes. But unfortunately, of the 37 birds, only 36 made it out, despite our greatest efforts. One of the birds, a hummingbird, was completely consumed by flame.
There was a lot of flame, that's true.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. There's a moment of like, every life is precious, and the director hears this and is just so like upset but still grateful, and like they immediately go to start corralling and then starts like reorganizing her people and making sure that like, these birds are going to take a lot of, they need specific environments. And so she's sort of figuring out everything and making sure that people have what they need, and sort of like all the volunteers are taking some of the birds. The one of the reporters says, I thought I saw the mentholator flying away from this area. Care to comment on that?
Yeah, oftentimes it is difficult to cope with tragedy, especially in a situation where it appears to be an act of God and there's no one person to blame. But I can definitively say, and I'll let the cats paw into my satchel, which I've put back on after the ostrich ride.
Yeah.
And bring out my different samples. And I will say, I think that evidence will clearly show here that the accelerants used in this fire were deliberately placed. They were used maliciously, and as we all know from the ventilator's troubled history, and I'll take a moment to...
Oh, that explains why she was there.
Bird-hating, feather-despising ventilator.
Which I take personally.
To blame.
Yeah.
Citizens, rise up.
Yeah.
Do what you can. Send in your tips to HeroX app. When you see the ventilator, let us know. We would like to stop them from burning down another building full of birds.
Yeah.
If you see something, say something. You heard it here, folks. And all the samples are out. One of the cats has figured out how to reopen the sandwich baggie that has the wrappers in it, and is it just full head in, just like went all the way in, just is a little glassy at the moment. I'm gonna say that the postscript scene, right, is that one of your cats, the one that ate the hummingbird, in fact, a little bit later starts acting a little weird and like coughs as if it's gonna bring up a hairball, and coughs up the hummingbird, and it's a little smashed and a little chewed on, and you discover that it's actually like a very tiny machine. But that is for another job and another day.
Screech, get in here! I found something.
Screech comes in, and the cats immediately try to eat it again. He's like, "Wait, no!" All right, so that was Captain Swanhands, or the necessary qualifications.
Wow,
what a strange game that is.
I don't know that we played it exactly right, but like I don't know that you can play this game wrong. I'm gonna say it. Like I think it's just tell a weird story and have a good time doing it. And I feel like we did both of those things. So let's do our moments of gratitude. Like, what in all of those wild shenanigans happened?
Oh my gosh.
So many things.
I know. I'm trying to think of a specific one. I have to say it's like a general moment of gratitude. There's so many moments, like the claw like trying to catch Screech when she fell, or the way the claw like defended Screech to Croy. Like the way the claw was like, I am a genius and this person is an idiot, but this is my idiot.
My idiot.
Like that was such a fantastic dynamic to play off of. I loved it.
Yeah, I really felt the teamwork. I felt like you guys were a duo, that this wasn't like a random team up for a night, like that you guys took jobs together. Felt it.
Yeah. Definitely finding out the description of what penguins sound like, and Lexi immediately just embracing that and giving us a test drive.
And then repeating it multiple times throughout the evening.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I don't need to be cool. I'm beyond that.
You are cool.
I think embracing who you are makes you very cool. Like, I think that like the fact that you are able to be like, listen, sometimes you do something that's maybe not super smooth, but that's okay, because like I'm being true to myself. And I love that. I feel like I have worked really hard to be able to do that in my own life. And I think that it's wonderful that I surround myself with people who also do it. It makes me happy.
Well, that's beautiful. That's my moment of gratitude towards Sarah. Is that right there?
Also, gotta say, using the penguins as often as possible. You know, I find these strange games to be difficult to play because I have a hard time visualizing having cats as hands.
What? You've never done that before?
I have not. Finding a way to get that. I think the game's designed to have that be forefront, and so you making an effort to do that helped me also navigate that. So also big moment of gratitude.
Of course. I'm nothing if not committed.
Committed. You could commit to those bits, my dear.
I got commit to a bit.
I also have to say that like I've only played games with Jesse a few times, but the thing that I enjoy about playing with you is that you make it harder for yourself. I don't have to try. Like, I don't have to put obstacles in front of you. Like, the last time we were playing a game called Escape from Dino Island. We were in the setup phase of character build, and Jesse was like, oh no, is there a dinosaur behind me? And I was like, there is now. Like, we hadn't even started the game, and he was like, I think I hear a thing, and I think it's trying to eat me. And I was like, great, we're doing it. And so I loved that you were like you embraced having cats for hands and the problems challenges that would happen with that, and like just went in and just went for it. I feel very lucky that you both just like jumped in feet first and were like, okay, obviously this is what we're doing. I feel like this could be a difficult game if you were with people who were maybe a little self-conscious or like not confident in their choices, or just like anti-party. Like it's important, you know. Like,
this is really like, I mean, there's an element of improv to all of these styles of games, but some demand yes and a little harder than others. And this is one of those.
This is one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I rolled what your job was going to be. There could have been a lot. I mean, one of them was stop a runaway train full of nuns and small children was an option.
So specific.
Very specific. Break the hostage situation at the bank, stop a jewel heist in progress, drive off mafia racketeers. This was rescue rare birds from a burning building. Because I rolled for it. If we were to do like more of this, if we were to continue on with these storylines, because I mean, obviously the two of you are an amazing duo. Unstoppable.
I mean, it was a blast. I'm just saying, we saved all the birds and one of them is a robot, so it doesn't even count anyway.
I would love in session 2, if there was going to be a session 2, to have both of you go have dinner with Screech's mom.
Yeah.
Before like taking on a home design job. Like I feel like you would help each other.
My hero partner is real.
Yeah. See?
I'd have your back for sure with your mom.
100%. I actually feel like this would be a situation where perhaps you didn't go in expecting there to be combat, but like maybe there would be combat.
And I just want to throw out there that in real life, my mom is a very supportive and wonderful, but hilarious woman.
This was
so
not,
because I did like, but I just want to make sure that is in the universe. It's very important because I love my mama.
Of course. We love Mama Lexi. Listen, this is not about Lexi's actual mama. This is about Screech's mama, who clearly
she not great.
Does not support.
She could take some lessons from Lexi's mama.
Her superhero dreams. And like we didn't even get to hang out with we didn't get to face the monologue-nator.
Maybe he will change his name by the time we see him next.
I actually
maybe
feel
having
like
an identity crisis.
Or maybe you just like don't know the second half of his name because he puts you to sleep before he gets
longer.
To it. Right? So like it starts with monologue and then you've fallen asleep every time. So you don't know where it ends. I love it. Yeah, let's find out where we can find you on the internet so that we can follow your exploits. I'm going to start with Jesse. Where can we find you?
Mine's really easy. I don't have a social media account anymore, so you can just go to jesseleekeeter.com. And it's got stuff about me, and any other stuff that I'm working on will be featured there.
Excellent. What about you, Lexi?
Like I said in the beginning, you can find me across social media as Lexi the First. You can find me here on Gen Con TV as a TTRPG D&D player in the world of Chaldea for Actoroki, and occasionally an actor in the performance side too. You can also find me on YouTube as one of the hosts for the show Gotham City Tonight, where we talk about DC Comics and Batman and the Bat Fam and everything that goes under that umbrella. So yeah.
Yay! My name is Sarah Moore. You can find me on Facebook at Actor Sarah Moore. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Ko-Fi and TikTok at Pixies and Pins. And you can go to my website, which is pixiesandpins.com. You can find me here every Friday night on twitch.tv/GenConTV on Sarah's Table at 5 p.m. Pacific. I don't know what I'm playing next week. I'm going to be honest with you all. I often don't know what I'm playing until like the day before. And I have really come to embrace that because it means that I find these bonkers fun games and I have never played them like, and I get to discover them with my players. Like, obviously, I read the rules, I figure out what's going on. I got a good outline, but like, I love being able to experience them fresh, the same as my players are experiencing it. I sort of have embraced that as a way of like, because I run all the time. I don't get to play very often, and so I'm usually on the hosting, GMing side, and so this is how I make it fun for me. Is I just send vague invitations to my friends, and then I make them click on links, and then I go, we're doing something weird.
She says, hey, time, date, Zoom game. And you just kind of go,
question mark. Ta-da. But if you at home are a game designer or you have written anything that you would love to have here on the show, like please get in touch with me. I would love to feature indie games on the show, and I love to have the creator on if they are someone that I can have that with. I just think it's really cool that I have the opportunity to like showcase games that don't have big media marketing behind them. There is nothing wrong with D&D, but it just got a movie and it's not going anywhere and everybody knows what it is. So like, let's get these smaller things out in front of eyeballs. With that in mind, hey, thanks so much to Gen Con TV for letting me do this every week. And I'm going to also thank Peter for trusting me to program this wild ride all by myself. I would like to thank Jeff Moore, who is my partner in life, as well as my personal tech support and my editor. He keeps me mostly a sane person. Mostly. I saw that face, Lexi. You hush up. I would like to thank Marcus Mays, who is our tech over at Gen Con TV, and he is making sure that we run smoothly all the time. Thank you so much, Marcus. We love you. Thank you, the two of you, for being at my table today. I really like playing with my friends, and I'm so grateful that like I get to do this all the time and like just rope everybody that I love into coming onto my show and being friends with me. It's fine. Shh.
My
Thanks
pleasure.
for having us. Yeah. I love playing with you, and you would always bring on wonderful people. So it is always a good time.
I love it. And I would love to let's see what happens with these delightful characters in the future. I mean, there might be some sort of weird fiction that I write. I gotta see what happens when they go have dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I gotta see it.
I don't know.
We need to know. What did Screech's mom think of that selfie, that text?
Oh, yeah. You definitely have a plethora of texts from her.
Missed calls.
Yeah. She doesn't know how to feel about it. She feels like you are putting yourself in danger to prove something.
She's right. Oh. That's the problem.
Okay. Cool.
She is not incorrect.
Oh, no. All right. Well, I think maybe the Claw and you are going to sit down and have like some mini therapy sesh real quick.
Great.
Over some hot cocoa, perhaps. I don't know.
Perfect. So that's what you want after a blazing fire.
Well, maybe that's what it like made you think of, like getting all cozy together. I don't know. The penguins are you're like in ice up to your shoulders, but like they're just like, oh, thank God. Hanging out.
An ice bath on either side for him.
Yeah, there's all of your chairs, I think, have just like receptacles.
Yeah, I'm drinking my hot chocolate through a straw. Just
so good. Thank you.
Great.
Oh man. Okay. Well, yeah. I think we've done all the things. And listen, I know the three of us could sit on this call forever and just like continue telling ridiculous things, but we should let everybody go, I guess. So thank you so much. And as always, keep making art and keep being art. We'll see you next time. Mwah!